Tez.
Welcome to the TezDown. Welcome.
I'm the Tez.
Mic check 1 2. Welcome. Welcome to the TezDown. Party time. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, research, education, and parody. Under this act, fair use is permitted use of copyrighted content that might otherwise infringe on the exclusive rights of copyright holders. The TezDown podcast is a platform for entertainment and education. Edutainment, a blend of education and entertainment, emphasizes content that informs while it entertains. The views expressed in this channel's commentary do not necessarily reflect or represent the views of the hosts, and may not always reflect the complete or verified accuracy of information presented. All content, including commentary, analysis, and discussion, falls within the legal parameters of fair use. We make no claims to ownership of any third-party content. This is the TezDown. Sports unscripted, culture unfiltered. Thank you for understanding. It's Monday. It's Monday. Welcome to the TezDown. How are you guys doing today? I got a show planned for you guys today. Let me ask you guys a question before we even start. How much is too much? How much is too much? Are people oversharing on the internet? Are you one of the people who wakes up in the morning and decides that I'm going to tell the entire internet what I'm doing, when I'm doing, where I live, and how many times? We're going to try to figure that one out today. But oversharing is too much. Keep it to yourself. That's what we're trying to do today. So boom, oversharing is too much. And I think so. Let's start the day. What's going on? We got people in here already. What's up, Joe Jet? How are you doing? Billy, thanks, Billy. I appreciate that. Audio is doing just fine today. I like that. Hey, what's going on with my my stuff? There we go. Let's fix that. There we go. Oh yeah, we are all good now. All right, let's go to the cut. And if it wasn't, I would have been telling you that.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Okay, let's get our first section of the day going. We have a little video that I want to play for y'all to get us started early. I got to make sure that I am watching my time today, guys. So we're gonna keep it moving as quickly as possible. Let's go ahead and move down all the way over here to our first one. When people share too much, let's break this ice a little bit. Let's break this ice. Let's go.
A crazy day. Yo, what's up, bro?
Yo,
Where you been?
oh, I had to use the bathroom, bro.
Oh, all right. But yeah, yo, that's pretty much why I hung myself on my baby mom porch.
What?
What up, Jay Zilla?
What you talking
What's
about?
up, Reggie?
Talking
How you
about that
doing?
time when I hung myself on my baby mom's porch because she stressed me out.
Who are you talking to?
Well, I'm on live, bro.
Bro, I don't think you should be telling strangers like stuff that deep, bro. I don't think
Bro,
they
these
need to
my
know,
people. Like they care about me. These people all over the world, like they care about me. Like I'm L suicide. L attempt. Bro, the cops showed up and cut the rope. Don't do that, y'all. I was really gonna do it. He just seeking attention. Shonda, are you really on my live? Bro, my baby mom really in the chat. I'm seeking attention. Join the live. Join the live.
Yo,
I sent you an
bro,
invite. Join the
I
live.
shouldn't be talking about this on social
No,
media,
she's
bro.
trying to be a liar, bro. She gonna join this live. Join the live.
Bro, just call her phone. Why are y'all
Don't
talking
listen
on
to him,
live?
y'all.
She
Don't
already
listen
yelling.
to him.
She already
He
yelling.
didn't tell y'all he only tried to hang himself because he don't want to pay child
I'm
support.
mad about child
He
support.
don't
I'm
want
a
to pay
good
child
dad.
support.
I'm a good
That's
dad.
why-
Why should I pay child support if I'm a
Good
good dad?
dad. Good.
She always trying to put me on
Okay.
child support because she mad that she can't have me no more.
What?
She can't have me. That's why she
Can't
mad.
have you. Okay,
That's why
but who sucked the Gatorade off my toes? Right now.
Alright.
The toenail got your tongue, huh?
First of all, that
Toenail
was
got
on
your
Mother's
tongue.
Day. That was on Mother's Day, and I ain't have a gift.
It don't
Stop
matter.
acting like I just
It don't
did that all
matter
the time.
because you in here
What's
talking
she talking
crazy.
about?
It don't matter.
Dad, can you stop this? She got my daughter in the chat.
She joined on her own.
Wow.
She joined on her own.
Wow.
She
Hey,
joined
baby
on her
girl,
own.
baby girl, join the live.
Are you
join
want
the
to
live.
join?
What?
You want to join? Okay.
Join the live. I
Okay.
sent you an invite.
Bro, y'all need to talk about this in
Don't
private.
forget all that,
It's
bro.
not.
Forget all that. Join the live.
Hi.
Hey, baby.
Okay.
Hey,
Now
what's
ask
going on?
Daddy what you asked me. Ask Daddy what you asked me. Go on.
Okay.
It's okay.
Dad, when I'm with you, why don't you feed me? I just want
What
to
are you
know.
talking about? Last time you stayed tonight, I gave you McDonald's. I
Dad,
gave you
please.
McDonald's.
Let her talk.
That's what I'm talking
Let
about.
her
She's
talk.
polluting my daughter's mind.
No.
In the law.
My daughter's
I
mind.
mean, Dad, you only fed me once that whole day, and it was nuggets.
Get the fuck out of here.
See? See, now y'all see his true colors.
Look at this. Wow.
That's why
you
he's paying
really switch my
child
daughter
support.
up on
Get
me?
off
That's
of
why he's
social
paying
media,
child
bro.
support.
Hey,
That's exactly why
I'm
he's
not
gonna
paying
pay.
no child support. Y'all gonna have to catch
Exactly
me.
why he
Y'all gonna have to catch me for real.
Wow, we
I'm
gotta
live,
catch
bro.
I
you.
want to see y'all
We
catch
got.
me.
Oh, wow.
Listen.
Caught on to
Listen. Before we move on, let's move this. Before we move on, So obviously that was a skit, but the skit is something that we've all seen 100 times or more on social media. There are way too many people that are super comfortable with airing their personal business each and every day. There's way too many people that are comfortable with this. I'm not comfortable with this. I'm not comfortable with this for y'all. Okay, I'm just not. I don't think what's going on here. I just don't think that it's good practice for anyone to be airing their personal business to this degree on social media. It's not cool, man. It's not cool at all. You got your kids involved, you got your family involved, you got all your friends, and then join the live. Like you guys can't have a private conversation. Some things are better if you keep them to yourself. And the theme of today's episode is literally keep it to yourself. What up, Kira? How you doing today? We got Joe Jet in here. Joe Jet said there was or maybe still is a portion of YouTube called the beef section. All they did was overshare, expose, dox, and hunch on each other. Rigid Vibration said, why would I pay child support and I'm a victim? Joe Jet said, anything that will cause issues with your mental and physical health is sharing too much. I would agree. Rigid, in Mexico, you can do the man pays for everything. Like in Mexico, yeah. Rigid said, that's for views. The excuse is real life. So it's very inauthentic in a way from what my chat is telling me right now. If you're doing this type of stuff, are they doing it for attention? Does anyone think that oversharing is because you want more attention and your life is probably not as exciting as you make it out to be? I think so. I think people that have to live their life 100% in front of the camera, they're lacking somewhere, whether it be self-worth, whether it be self-value, or just they think that they're so interesting that everyone needs to watch them, I don't know, go to the bathroom, like dude said. There are just some things that you don't have to tell people. There's some things that you just don't have to say. So in our next section that we have today, we're going to be looking at a video. And in this video, let's remove this really quick. In this video, there's a very popular celebrity that let's just watch the tape.
It's called the principle. You can't be out here playing with a bitch like me. There's niggas out here praying for a bitch like me. You hear me? I'm too sexy to be lonely and too grown to be playing with, nigga. Who you playing with, motherfucker? Ain't never had a bad bitch like this, nigga.
Oh, let's go back. We're going to start it all over again, y'all.
That song is called The Principle. You can't be out here playing with a bitch like me. There's niggas out here praying for a bitch like me. You hear me? I'm too sexy to be lonely and too grown to be playing with, nigga. Who you playing with, motherfucker? Ain't never had a bad bitch like this, nigga. Never in your motherfucking life. None of them bitches ain't fucking with me. They ain't fucking with you, bitch.
Whoa. So this is a message that Cardi B wanted to send to Stefan Diggs. As you're well aware of, Stefan Diggs and his Patriots just lost the Super Bowl most recently, and she broke up with him the very next day after they lost. After being in the Super Bowl, she was a part of Bad Bunny's casita with all the celebrities inside the casita dancing at the Super Bowl, and she was also in the crowd as one of the highlight moments of people looking into the crowd. And I just got to say, man, like, does anybody here that's with me at this moment feel as if she is bloviating a bit? Is this information that you needed to know to survive? Did you need to know exactly how Cardi B feels about herself and the man, how he's never gotten a woman as, I don't know, as awesome as her? Is that the way we want to say it today? I think it's a little bit too much. Let's go again. Let's go again. Let's listen to this one more time.
That song is called The Principle. You can't be out here playing with a bitch like me. There's niggas out here praying for a bitch like me. You hear me? I'm too sexy to be lonely and too grown to be playing with, nigga. Who you playing with, motherfucker? Ain't never had a bad bitch like this, nigga. Never in your motherfucking life. None of them bitches ain't fucking with me. They ain't fucking with you, bitch.
All right. I mean, we done watched it a few times, and I gotta say, look, y'all, y'all relationships are for you. Your relationships aren't for me. Your relationships aren't for the internet. If I go to a concert, I don't know. So I don't know. I don't listen to her like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. I don't listen to her music like this. I don't really understand why everyone needed to know that you were having relationship problems before this. So we got some people in the chat. What are y'all thinking? Rigid Vibration said, to make sense of the song, she explained everything beforehand. What's up, Cassie? Nice to see you in here. Parents who act like this still have an attachment to the other parent. Okay. All right. I like the opinions that are going on here right now. But really, what does this do? What does this do for the kids, though? Because the kids are going to see this. Is that how you want your kids to behave? Is this so? What she's saying is that she doesn't want reconciliation, or is she saying that he needs to wake up and realize that this is the best he's going to get? Because I'm just trying to find. I'm not judging. I'm just trying to find out what's the point in all of this and telling everybody your business all the time. Jay Zilla said, definitely slightly love still. Okay. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. So normally when I do segments like this, I have someone alongside me that is pretty good at breaking down the footage and breaking down the tape. Everybody, why don't we welcome Classic to the building? What's up, Classic? Classic with the classic codes.
Yo,
y'all.
what
Classic,
up, y'all?
did you get to catch that video at all?
I think I caught like the end of it.
All right, we're gonna go one more time. We're gonna go one more time for everybody for the benefit of those with flash photography. Give y'all a couple more seconds of this. All right, we got one more run through of Cardi B.
That song is called The Principle. You can't be out here playing with a bitch like me. There's niggas out here praying for a bitch like me. You hear me? Too sexy to be lonely and too grown to be playing with, nigga. Who you playing with, motherfucker? Ain't never had a bad bitch like this, nigga. Never in your motherfucking life. None of them bitches ain't fucking with me. They ain't fucking with you, bitch.
Well, looks like we have another guest in the building. What's up, man? Okay, y'all just popping in today. All right. What's up? Let's move. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so we got
Man,
Uncle
what's
Plug in the
happening,
building,
man?
the
What's
classic
happening?
codes. How are y'all brothers doing?
What up? I'm good. I'm grateful.
I ain't need no
Kira
brothers up,
said-
man. My whole Wi-Fi shut down, man.
Damn.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So Kira said a lot of parents aren't really moving with logic. They're moving out of survival mode, and the kids are the furthest things on their minds. I'm gonna open the floor to Classic. Classic, from what we saw from Cardi B on stage performing, what did you gather from that?
Superficiality at its finest, man. You know, I think that a lot of women who, first off, I mean, she's not my cup of tea. Like, she ain't my slice of pie. You know what I'm saying? I like natural Cardi before all the surgeries and stuff. But in the public eye, she's perceived to be like this super, like, you know, appealing and attractive woman to most men or whatever. And I think some women think that looking good is all that matters. And by her calling herself a bad B is kind of crazy, you know. But honestly, in concert, that could have just been an intro to a song. You know what I'm saying? Like her just talking to build up, dropping whatever track was gonna play that made sense with what she was saying. But aside from that, though, the rhetoric itself, if we just addressing the rhetoric, I think it just points to, you know, the fact that the world is superficial. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things where a lot of women truly do think that their value is rooted in their aesthetic. And if that's what you think, then you don't even know what a bad B is. You know what I mean? Because to most men, the baddie is like 8 on a 1 to 10, 7. You know what I'm saying? Even one of them, even a 6. Like, she a 6, but it's an adjustable 6. Like, when she got all of her shit all the way situated and she got that shit on, it's really an 8 outside. But she behaved. Her mentality is good. You know what I'm saying? That's really the 10. You feel me? The woman that's like show stopping, and when she walk in the room, everybody like, damn, look at her. How she gonna act though? Yeah, how she gonna act though? What's her behavior? What's her mentality? What's her temperament? Because people be saying Cardi got a reputation for being like a good companion. I'm like, who said that? Like, I haven't heard Offset say that. I heard Cardi talk about how good of a companion she is. I've heard her team talk about how she don't do nothing wrong, but I haven't heard Offset say, oh, she was just this awesome, amazing, super perfect wife. I haven't heard him say that at all. You feel me? So the person that's experiencing her as a companion ain't vouched for that shit. So, you know, just regular old 304 activities, bro. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
God damn, Jimmy. This some serious gourmet shit.
Okay. Classic came quick today, huh? They came in here and got straight to it today, y'all. He didn't, no preamble, nothing, didn't have to wait for him.
Hours later.
Didn't need none of that today. He just came right for it. Okay. All right. So basically what Classic is saying is like Cardi on stage, she basically pulling the old George.
Why not me? He's good, you're not. I'm better than him. You're worse.
Commonly, I think in these type of situations, I called it bloviation. I didn't call it bloviation because I felt like she's lying. I called it bloviation because you're on stage in front of 30,000 people right now who paid to see you do something. And to qualify yourself based upon the man is actually a detriment to you, in my opinion. I'm not going to get on stage and start trying to qualify myself by talking about you, Classic. I'm not going to do that. I don't care what setting that I'm in. I'm not going to get on stage and qualify myself by talking about you. I think that as much of an image and a positive image that she gives to women daily, I would say that this was not part of her brand.
No, I think it was on brand. I think it was completely on brand. If I think about the type of stuff she popped, like a lot of her lyrics is a lot of like, you know, you witches can't compete. You witches ain't, you know, this, you witches is broke. You know what I'm saying? I do this for my man. I do that. You know, the regular female rhetoric, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. You know, the we spend a lot of time, you know, it's commercialized to talk about the male ego. Nobody sits down to have a conversation about the female ego. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, BS aside, like if Cardi B was completely single, no stuff on Diggs. I mean, she just dropped this guy's baby, right? Recently. Yes. So yeah, not too long ago. So it's like, and then she got how many kids with Offset? So she's a mother of what? 3 or 4? 3 or 4. Let's go 3. Let's give her a low. Okay, three, mother of 3. Like, regardless of her having bread, You know what I'm saying? She got a track record. We know who hit. You feel me? And then we know, and then we don't know a bunch of, you know, or whoever we don't know of, but we know some of the bodies she caught. And then on top of that, like if she was just really out here in the open market, is she a what we call high value woman? Is she that?
I mean, if we're gonna use those terms, I would say no.
I don't want it.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I like look, guys. I know a lot of the ladies love Cardi. I don't prefer anyone that's remotely like her.
Yeah,
there's a lot, and like when you deal with somebody like Cardi, I don't think that there's any point that she's gonna be satisfied no matter what happens because she isn't satisfied with fame. She isn't satisfied with riches. She's not satisfied with your fame and your riches. I mean, my opinion is if you date somebody like her, you're going to end up like hearing this all the time.
What have you done for me lately?
And I don't think that's a recipe for success either. I really don't.
Yeah. And I don't think men cheat on perfectly good women.
I wouldn't say so either.
I don't think men cheat on perfectly good women. Like when women be like, you know, I did everything and he just wasn't shit. I don't think men cheat on perfectly good women. There's
always something there. You know what I mean?
He feeling some type of a void.
Hey, Rain, how you doing? Rain late to the party. You missed the Cardi B thing. We got so if you don't mind staying for just this section, Classic.
For sure.
Rain said, no, Classic, you wrong. They do cheat on perfectly good women.
No, they cheat on women that think they perfectly good. Give me the man to speak with.
Rigid Vibration says some people addicted to bad situations.
Yeah, I think this be the thing. We never get to date ourselves. So like you have a lot of women who will be like, yeah, you never get another woman like me. You haven't experienced you. You know what you think you were doing that was good. You know what you think you were doing that was right. You know what you think you were doing that was positive. You don't know if what you were doing was what he needs. Men don't cheat on perfectly good women. I'm standing on that.
So
something wasn't right. Mm-hmm.
This is a conversation by two lovely people. I'm going to try to walk it back a little bit so I can do this. Called Disrupt and Discuss Podcast. And this is someone that's they're talking about oversharing your relationship with other people. This is KC, and it's just ETV.
Oh man,
right. So now, not only did you do a post, now you're on there, and some of the weirdest shit on live on TikTok. I gotta admit, I'll scroll and I'm like, oh, what? And I gotta go back.
Did you see the one? Wait, because you talking about these lives on TikTok. There was one girl, and now I think she's on Love and Hip Hop or something like that now. But she used to do these. What do they call them? They are something users in a video game, but they're just like, she would make these noises like, oh, don't you like this? Da 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 da. She would act like this person, this robot, and they would send her roses and bears and this. And as they're sending it, she would mimic what that is, and they're paying her to act like this. And so people caught on to what she was doing, and then these other women start doing it. They would act like a robot or act like this Ready Player or something like that. I forgot what they call it, but she became famous off of that. And she made buku money on TikTok doing this crazy mess on a live. She would come on every day. Yes, craziness.
Okay.
Yeah. These lives are TikTok lives, like you said, it's a lot to consume. And I still don't understand TikTok live. Still.
Some of the stuff that's on there, and some of it's fascinating because it's like, wow, how do you do that?
What would you say about this? This is a question. It's like private moments. Are they just content now? And does that bring up mental turmoil, or what's the psychological cost of oversharing?
So before we even get going, let's answer the question. Are your private moments content?
No.
Should you use your private moments for content?
If you're talentless. Yeah, if you're talentless, just tell your business. People always will have, people always enjoy a nice sip of tea.
So
Yeah,
we did one on tea culture before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we learned that it's actually negative. The tea culture is probably one of the most negative things you can engage in. I mean, if people love the tea, they love to find out what somebody else is doing or what somebody else has done. Why exactly, I'm not sure, but I mean, it feeds the nosiness in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like people who binge watch only reality TV. They don't watch sports, they don't watch politics, news. They don't try to catch up on anything like that. They really only watch reality TV, and I feel like they're lacking something in their own lives if that's all you watch. They don't even watch YouTube, but if they do watch YouTube, they're probably watching a lifestyle vlogger. 9 times out of 10.
I agree.
McKenna said, that's like a skinniest kid at fat camp thing. It literally can't be a private moment if you post it for viewership. They are shifting what a private moment is in their lives. That's 100% factual, McKenna. You're always coming with good takes.
Yep.
You're always coming with good takes.
What up, McKenna?
My breakdown of this is, if you think that the only way to make good content is to post everything going on in your life, then you don't have any talent. Like what you're doing as far as being a content creator is essentially grifting everybody by having them watch you on, I don't know, on a date. Like, I would never live stream a date. I would never live stream a meetup. I would never live stream myself getting ready for it, and then talking to the chat. Man, chat, I hope she ain't popped and stuff like that. Like, you mean to tell me it's 2026 and you didn't get a snapshot of what this person looked like? Or you just swiped up on Tinge or whatever these things are called these days, these dating apps. As you guys can see, I'm not with the dating apps. So with Tinge or Hinder or whatever, you get together with this person and then you're gonna live stream. You got somebody filming y'all on a date. That's weird, in my opinion. Oh yeah, y'all, this is our first date. We about to link up. We about to see what's going on. Like, this is not a show where y'all link up to date. This is your content that you were created to bring another girl into this, or a man, and go on a date. And there's so much of this stuff on the internet.
Yeah. I think that what Kira said has a lot of credence. She said, I do believe that oversharing is not good, but everybody's boundary line is different, definitely subjective. I think that there are a lot of people who don't necessarily desire the level of privacy that you're talking about. They don't care. You got a whole generation of people who've grown up in the social media era or social media age. And because of that, they're accustomed to not having privacy. They actually don't know what it is, kind of, you know what I'm saying? And so because of that, I think you see the side effects of it. And then there's, you have a bunch of unfulfilled adults who are a generation above us who overshare on, FB or on, their different platforms or whatever. They just overshare constantly, but it's due to there's always a reason. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm grateful for your channel with the education. I'm grateful for my channel with sociology, and I'm grateful for how Souls breaks down things from psychology. And then you got Uncle Plug with that, you know what I'm saying, that wisdom that just overarchingly looks over everything. And then Conversation with Soft Rain with the woman's touch, right? Her perspective, because it's well rounded, right? We could all sit down and talk about this together. You know what I'm saying? And they would have different concepts of it because, you and I are probably the most private people out of the RSC, as far as our policy on how we move as men. But I'm with Kira in regards to this. The boundary lines are different for different people. And if you so choose to be outside like that, you got to deal with the pros and cons of it. One of the pros may be that you're able to run it up on some content shit. One of the cons is if y'all relationship implodes or explodes, you got to handle that publicly too. You got to be hurt publicly, grieve publicly, be depressed publicly. All of it doesn't stop being public at your convenience. You know what I mean?
You know what the public does every time you post something?
What?
Oh boy! Yes! They are waiting for you to post your mistakes, so they can talk about them. Speaking of which, we have a anonymous. We have a message from anonymous.
What up, bro?
That
I ain't
I'm
gonna say
going
it's,
to read.
I know who that is. I know who that is. What up, bro?
And this message says, Classic and Tez, how can y'all talk about Cardi B talking about how great she is and what other people are missing out when every day both of you talk about how good looking you are, how chocolate you are, how handsome people must think that you are, how nice and long your hair may or may not be, and how glowing your skin is each and every single day. Not to mention the fact that both of you have no problem walking down people whenever you so please.
Yeah, it's simple. I'm not a single father of 4. On my second marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like I got more marketplace value than Cardi B. Cardi B popped in these streets.
Don't you want to live the taste of the glory? See what a taste like.
Yeah, what you talking? Cardi B popped out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, as far as marketplace value, like, yeah, it's some people that been fantasizing about getting behind that for a while. And so if the opportunity presents itself, they're gonna take it. But as far as like men jumping off the porch to go value her, like legitimately value her, them days over for her. She has officially reached the wall. Myself, I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm gonna let Ted speak for himself. Myself, I haven't reached no wall. I haven't reached the wall. You understand? So yeah, it's a very easy thing. Cardi B is not in the same predicament as myself. You know what I'm saying? I am what you would call a unicorn. You know what I mean? And I could spell out the reasons why, but I am what you would call a unicorn. And it's you know, some of it is by chance, right? I didn't dodge some bullets. You feel me? Some of it is by chance, but it is what it is. So yeah, I can do that. Cardi B can't do it. It just doesn't have validity.
What I'm hearing is
I was referring to fighting a man. I don't fight people with the fallopian tubes, okay?
You feel me? I ain't gonna argue with you about what I know.
As far as I go, look, I'm gonna tell you the way that it is. Cardi can say all of that stuff about herself each and every single day. She's free to do whatever she pleases or whatever she wants. I think that if she's directing it towards someone, when I say that I'm handsome, I'm directing it towards my own energy. This is internal. This is what I believe about myself. But I'm not calling myself that in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling myself that in ninja word. I'm not doing that. I'm not going around, you know, putting somebody else down because they didn't want me, or because they cheated on me, or because they have, you know, predilections to have multiple people in their lives outside of me. I'm not doing that. You know, and I think that's where the line of delineation is drawn here. Cardi can do whatever she wants. She's just not going to do it with me. So, I mean, unless Classic want to go down that aisle. We got a couple comments. All right, let's go. Vic Stryker, what's up, Vic? How you doing? In sociology, we talk about offline and online personas and impression management. Our online lives are but a snapshot of our total lives and carefully curated. I'm 100% in agreement. Nobody's going to know everything about me, regardless of who there is. Not my mother, not the wife, not the kids, not the best friend, not the homie, not the staff sergeant, not the general, not the lieutenant. Nobody's going to know that much about me. I know everything about me. Maybe they're not going to. The best friend definitely not even going to know everything about me. Billy, not Billy, sorry, Billy. McKinnon said, we have allowed a society that turns visibility, being heard, as a currency for ourselves, while being a literal currency for platform owners, while we all lose identity in the process. Now, McKinnon is a marketing specialist. You know, he has his own marketing company. And one of the things that I know from marketing and sociology when it comes to marketing, being involved with both of them, is that if I can get you to believe something that identifies with you specifically, you probably buy it and buy it again and again and again. I can come out with 5 miles of the same thing and you're going to buy each one of them because you now identify with this. You now identify with it. And I think a lot of artistry, whether it be music or whether it be content creation, is people identifying with the stuff that you say and do, and how to do that other than to have them relate to it in a way that they feel as if they can. And how do people always like to relate to you? By knowing stuff about you that they shouldn't. Big Striker. social media is very tricky when it comes to impression management and privacy. People often share too much, and their offline and online personas collide. Vic, don't forget about the onions.
Yeah, I agree
It's
with
Mikey. If you're watching Mikey, they putting onions in the chat for you.
I agree with Vic Striker. Shout out to bro. Yeah, he said he was into sociology. I see it. Yeah, it's very true. I think people they conflate the idea of sharing their perspectives with sharing their lives, and you don't have to do both. You can share your perspective, like your thought processes, your mentality, how you see things. You can share damn near as much of that as you like, without telling any of your personal business.
You don't have to tell any of your personal business to do that.
Not if you don't want to. Not if you don't want to. Yeah.
See what the ladies are saying.
Okay.
Well, once you get that dopamine, right, you're constantly looking for something. You're still chasing what I guess, and I've never been in rehab, but you're constantly chasing that first high.
Yes.
And so now you create, whether you're setting it up or not, you're doing it, and then you're like, okay, this will be good content. Just like when you and I are talking about certain things, like, oh, that would be good. Right. So we'll add that. Here they're doing it differently. I'm making something to eat, so look at what I'm eating, or I'm in bed with my man, he's asleep, but watch me do this and watch his reaction.
Right.
So for him or for her, depending on the situation, that might be a private moment for them, but you're using it for good content.
Exactly. So do you think they're chasing the validation of folks using social media?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, even with us, sometimes it's like, oh, how many subscribers? Yes. Yeah. But at the same time, we're not putting out I don't see what you're doing when we get off of here, and you don't see what I'm doing when we get off of here. I'm sure we probably have more subscribers if we did, but I'm okay with that.
That's, you know what? I got to stop them.
Exactly.
That's a good point. These two ladies are podcast partners and friends. And she literally just said, I have no idea what you're doing when we're not here. And you have no idea what I'm doing when we're not here. And if they're anything like us, they spend a lot of time in front of the camera. So obviously they're going to have a lot of conversation. But outside of them being on camera and doing this show together, they don't know what the other one's doing. I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't know what you doing. I don't know what Mikey doing. I for damn sure don't know what Ali doing right now. I mean, Plug told us he was at work. So on his, but you know, if he wouldn't have put that up there, then nobody know what Plug was doing, and we didn't ask. I don't know what Norris is doing. I don't know what April is doing. I don't know what Mr. McBride is doing. I don't know what Lisa is doing. I have no idea what anybody is doing right now. Y'all in the chat, I don't even know what y'all are doing. Yeah, y'all see me doing this right now. That's about it, right? But other than that, I have no idea what Classic does. I had an unnamed person ask me after the show that we did the other night, hey, where Classic at? What he doing? And I literally looked at them and said, I have no godly idea. I have no idea what Classic did or what he's doing the other night. Speaking of which, Classic, they asked the question, what show?
Why you ain't say nothing? I'm only gonna do this once. You always knew I'd make it in the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? You believed in me the whole time, for real? Yeah. I couldn't tell. You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Seen them hard times couldn't kill me. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Stages on my own getting bigger. Now you wanna say something. But watching my story all winning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't call? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? You was around me from the beginning. Why you ain't say nothing? Why you ain't? Stages I'm on getting bigger. Now you wanna say something? Put that on my soul.
Man, that dude can rap. We got to get him on the show sometime. Could you hit him up for me?
Present.
Got some skill with him. All right.
Present. Gratitude, bro.
You know, let's let the ladies move on a little bit. And then we gonna cap them and then move on. And then, you know, I know you got to bounce to do your thing.
I definitely get where you're coming from with regards to that. So when does being, you know, vulnerable tip into oversharing? Like sharing your struggles can be powerful. Because some people, like we talked about this earlier. Some people get on here and they share a thought or a moment in time where they took back power or they transformed their lives, right? those types of things.
Took back
And
power.
I think it's raw, it's good, and they get a lot of likes from that. But I feel that they keep trying to chase that. You know what I'm saying? They keep trying to chase it, and then other people see that and they want to mimic it, right? They want to put up their quote unquote raw story or their triumphant thing. But sometimes it's like, you might regret it. Some things you say you might regret when you put yourself out there, when you put out information like that. You may be thinking, I am pouring my heart out to you guys. I am talking to you about a real story that happened to me. Well, sometimes there are things called trolls out there and they don't care what you're saying. They're going to put something up heinous that will probably be like, why would somebody say something like that? But they're just trolls. So, you invite trolls to come and talk about what you took as serious and you thought you're putting yourself out there to make people aware or get something of yourself. And then these trolls come and be like, we don't give a shit.
And you're ugly anyway.
You're freaking fat. Stuff like that. So,
sometimes it depends. A lot of people have this as a business now. This is their bread and butter. Their job is to peel back the layers of that taco salad or onion, however you want to look at it, that they do that. But then you have those that genuinely want to get something off their chest so they feel better. I think sometimes that is a segue for them because they'll see the other people that have this, and I say business, that is their business for letting you in their life. That's where we get all that reality TV from.
Right.
So this would be like my way, if I were to do that, to go out there and get that off their chest. Sometimes that's the only outlet they have. Even for me, when I see people that are pouring out their heart, they might not think it's intrusive, but how other people receive it, they have no control over that. Sometimes I'll hear things, I'm like, oh shit, that was a bit much. But for them, that might have been the only way they can get it off their chest.
Right.
But if it helps them or if it helps someone else, I can see that it helps. But just from the generation that I come from, what goes on in your home stays in your home.
Right.
If I got on here on a live and put out what's going on in my life, people wouldn't give a shit because it's like, suck it up. We all got problems. But then again, the trolls, they've got something to say, and I've opened my door up for that unless I turn off the comments. The whole purpose of you putting it out there is to get responses, to get feedback. So if you're already in the dumps pouring out your heart and you got somebody that's stomping on your heart, pouring ice cubes and salt on it, then you're really feeling like shit. So it's kind of like you got to weigh it out.
Right.
And it's
I'm
easy to
sorry,
say,
Tez. I'm
hey,
sorry,
there's trolls
Tez.
out there,
Tez, can
just
we
ignore
pause?
it. But sometimes
I'm sorry.
Yep. Go ahead.
Hey, listen, simple and plain. Everybody not built for the internet. Everybody not built for the internet. All you oversensitive, you know what I'm saying? Woe is me. I can't take it. I could dish it. You making hundreds. People could make hundreds. And I'm not talking about these ladies. I'm talking about in general, right? The topic that they're talking about. You got people that'll make hundreds of hours of content speaking on other people in whatever way they speaking on them. The second somebody speak on them, it's cue to violins and shit. Some people just not built for these spaces. And that's cool. If your emotional stability. Yeah, if your emotional stability isn't intact, right? Or if your level of like if your skin is not thick enough for this space, you shouldn't be in it. Stay out of it. Like jump in the comments, say what you got to say, move around. You know what I mean? You may just be a consumer. You know what I'm saying? Like it take thick skin. There's pros and cons to everything. When you jump into this space, people talk crazy in my comments every day. Some days I got time for their ass, and some days I like they comment and keep it moving. Hey, I saw you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Say that shit in the live chat. Or matter of fact, when I drop
Negro, that's all you had to say.
Yeah, when I drop the link, pull up and talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you, bro. But yeah, like everybody's just not built for the internet, bro. And then particularly women, right? They're more sensitive than we are, more emotionally volatile than we are. So it takes a certain type of woman to really get in this space and be able to handle what come with it. You feel me? Because the stuff they complaining about, you got to know when you get in the car, that come with the whip. You feel me? You got to know.
Yeah, I do feel like there's a different sensitivity level here. And where it's like, I can, like, for example, there are a couple of people in the RSC chat specifically who love trying to troll me, even when I'm not live. I'll be in the comment section, they trying to troll me. I'm like, I'm not even live on here. I'm not even on this show. You know what I mean? And they're trying to troll me anyway, but I take it all in good fun. I take it all in stride. Like, they want to troll me. They came back here. They don't hate me, obviously, because why are you here? Like, you're not here to hate on somebody who's commenting. If you are, you have a very bored life. Very boring life. If you're here to hate on somebody who's commenting, some people just troll because that's just who they are. They just trolls in real life. You know what I mean? Like we all had some troll people that we knew that no matter what it was, they was gonna roast you. You know what I mean? They come in the building roasting everybody, they leave roasting everybody. If somebody roasts them along the way, they don't even get mad about it. They just keep it moving. That's just how it is. I mean, what they're talking about, when you overshare, you have to know that by oversharing, you're giving people the rights to talk about your predicament. You're giving people the right to talk about it. You are allowing people into your business to offer an opinion on you and your content or your personal life when you overshare about your personal life. So why do it? Why do it if you're going to get upset? Why even make content in the first place if your content is going to be a lifestyle content and then you're going to get upset that people judge your lifestyle content? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to give them a couple more minutes and then we're going to get into a couple more things and then we're going to get up out of here, y'all.
Seen some of the stuff they've said. And that shit is like, damn.
People get hurt. They get hurt.
Yeah.
Those are those keyboard, what you call them, keyboard gangsters, keyboard demons.
Yeah, it's hard, and you have to decide. How do you decide what's fair game? How do you got the TikTokers, influencers, podcasters, live
if you post it, it's fair game. That's pretty simple. If you post it, it's fair game.
Agreed.
stream hosts, they're all putting themselves out there. So how do they decide what's fair game? Are you willing to go against what you believe in or what you want to do, again, because it's a business? So again, what is fair game?
That's a good question. I mean, because we're in this, right? Believe it or not, as podcasters, you have to develop a certain type of skin. When we invite people to share comments, they can easily put on there, y'all suck. This is some bull. We don't like, I don't agree with shit you saying,
Hey, they AI did them supreme justice on that background, don't you think?
Yeah, I like it. You said it did him justice. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do
nice
that.
to him. It was real nice to him.
That's unsolicited, Tez. That's unsolicited.
Hey,
you look like you're
talking about right now.
You let yourself, you are opening
True.
up to
Touche.
people who are going to look at you and scrutinize you in this game. And that's the same as live streaming or people who do short form content or long form content. And so, there's different types, like YouTubers who do short form and long form content, right? And the long form content is usually like your Mr. Beast type people or people who do vlogs. So I watch a lot of vloggers. They open themselves up a lot because they invite you into their lives on a day-to-day basis. When they go shopping,
I don't agree.
travel, when they put on their makeup, when they're going to exercise, when they're cooking, this, and that. They, you're basically following them through their week. And this is what they put out there. But they're also putting that out there for branding deals. They're putting that stuff out there for sponsorships. They're putting that stuff out there for their community, right? Because there are going to be people that rock with them. But at the end of the day, it is about monetization, because a lot of these folks, this is what they've subscribed to do. They have become a content creator. So this is what they're seeking. So you have to have thick skin, because not everybody's they're going to clown their house. Oh, your food looked nasty. Oh, I saw that junk in the corner of your house. You don't know how to clean your house. You have to be prepared for anything. They have thick AF skin. For sure. You're not private anymore. You're opening yourself up to be scrutinized. You're like a fish in a bowl.
Absolutely. I mean, look at Tabitha Brown, for example, dropping 60-second snippets of her life, dance moves, vegan recipes, talked about Donna. I was like, who's that? Then once I realized, I'm like, oh, we got an alter ego thing going on. The hair, but it's like, who? And then
So, I mean, you guys don't know who Tabitha Brown is, but tap in with Disrupt and Discuss podcast. I'm going to give them a subscribe and a like for providing that video with that piece of information for us today. And I mean, one last thing on this before we go to the next point. Look, guys, I'm a firm believer that if you post it, then content creators have the right to use it. I truly believe that. And if you are somebody who, prostrates yourself out there all the time in front of people, they have the right to use it. And they have a right to make their own content about it. to react off of it, to talk about it. If I was to go off on somebody right now, I guarantee you somebody will make a video with some type of title that whatever AI helped them develop about me going off on people during live. Who does he think he is? Blah, 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 blah. That would be my fault for giving them content. Am I wrong or right?
No, you're right. Kira made a good point in the chat. She said, I believe these women are projecting. They are afraid to be somewhat vulnerable / authentic. As content creators, your duty should be to be authentic. Trolls would troll regardless. Yeah, trolls will troll regardless. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, trolls will troll regardless. I like the trolls. And, for example, Billy in here throwing onions around. Like he ain't even in here, Billy. You know what I mean? He trolling somebody that's not even here. There's multiple levels of people who troll, and that's one of them, and I love it. But the thing is, I don't mind feeding the trolls, especially my faithful trolls. Where my dog at? You know what, McKenna? I might send you a hoodie just to do so. I might do that. I might even wear it once or twice. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a way to go about cultivating. There's a way to go about cultivating your chat, to cultivate the crowd that you have around you and the people who watch you. But here's the thing: if you're trying to appeal to everyone all the time, you're going to get some hatred. You're going to get some haters. You're going to have people come in there and talk about you as being inauthentic, because nobody is liked by everybody. Nobody is liked by everybody. Nobody doesn't like them. I guarantee you there's somebody that doesn't like them. Guaranteed. But are they being real and authentic enough for those people to see the parts of them that they don't like? Me, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to give you everything about me, so you can choose to dislike that if you want to. I'm not going to tell you everything about me. I'm not going to give you examples of things you may not like. Why would I do something like that to myself? Or you can take the content, use the content, give me feedback on the content, and then we can talk about it. I never said that I was always right about everything. I'm sure you don't say the same thing either. I'm not always right. I like to think that I'm informed when I open my mouth, but I don't think that I'm always right about everything because I don't know everything. If you give me a fact, then I can go do the scientific method on this fact, and it's a fact, I'm going to change my opinion. He said, I bought the Tez 24 hoodie instead. Way better. Hey, Tez for president too. Remember that. He said, I'm going to get the Tez Up hoodie next. The Tez Up. I like that. See what I'm talking about, y'all? Make sure you feed your trolls. They will definitely provide you with everything that you need. I might have to do one of those. I might have to do a 6 a.m. show that is called the Tez Up. I might have to do that.
That's all.
Thank you, McKenna. Thank you. So, Classic, what you got on that, man?
Like I said, man, everybody just ain't built for the space. And they need to have a real conversation with themselves. We see content creators come and go all the time because they realize the pros outweigh the cons for their personality type. These women, if they don't make some adjustments, you probably will see them do the same. I hope not, though. I hope the best for everybody, as far as what they want and their heart's desires, as long as it don't involve harming nobody. But it just is what it is. We see people come and go all the time. This space, like I said, it requires thick skin that everybody don't have, especially in today's time. So we shall see. But their rhetoric, I agree with Kira. Their rhetoric sounds like they having, some issues with being vulnerable in the way that they may feel as though they need to be in order to run their platform to the best of their ability.
They do.
And I don't think they need to be that way. You can share your perspectives and your mentality without sharing your business.
They feel like they're not giving enough when they do.
I think a lot of people don't know how to share perspectives and mentality without sharing their business. A lot of people aren't high-level communicators. They have to use their personal story.
Yeah.
Or your business. I have a friend named Tez. He blah 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 blah. But it's like, damn, on your pod, you gonna do me like that? Even if you leave my name out of it, that's crazy. Nasty work.
You're still tearing me down, right?
Yeah, nasty work.
If I watch your show and you tear me down on your show, I'm not going to want to work with you.
Even if you, like I said, even if you leave my name out of it, I'm
still not going to want to work with
you. I know you talking about me.
I know you talking about me. I just told you this morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I told you something this morning and then at 3 p.m. you go live and you talk about what I told you this morning. I didn't tell you nothing this morning, but I'm just saying, if you
Mhm.
went, so don't y'all internet sleuths and the lurkers in the chat. I see y'all. It's people that ain't said nothing or liked anything. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's some people that did that. I see y'all in here. Y'all ain't got to say nothing or like nothing. I know you're here. I got the shinning. You know what I'm saying? Like I prophesized all of that. I'm gonna tell you, if I heard that at 3 p.m., I'm gonna be like, dang, this man gonna do me like this. I just told him about this. Why you talking about it? Now it's different if he calls me up and says, "Hey, Tez, you know, we talked about that earlier. I think that's a good piece of content. Can I remix it?" Do what you want to do. At that point, you hollered at me already. But if I'm just watching and then out of nowhere he say, "Yeah, my dog," they know you ain't got that many friends, bro. So they gonna start trying to do process of elimination on us. Come on now, come on. That's common sense. So while we in here, I know Classic got to bounce soon, but you know what? I'm gonna make sure of something real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and request that Classic jumps in with us for our stretch break. Let's go. On the East Coast, and I think it's only like 1 on the West Coast. Y'all are lucky. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not even 1, maybe like 11. Go ahead. Left over right, y'all. Make sure you pull it tight. You gotta keep them joints good. No pun intended. Maybe a little bit of pun intended. It's itching in here, yeah. That neck roll on. Give me a little. Anyway, y'all. Man, just get a deep breath in. If you can hold it, hold it. I'm holding it. Yeah. Exhale. I'm telling y'all, that felt good. That felt good. What we got in the comment section? He said, "Can't buy a hoodie from you, Tez. They're stretched out." Say, I like that again. I like the I like the puns. I like the puns. Yo, okay. Classic. It was great having you today, man. I know you got a lot to do. Y'all can see Classic on the Classic Coach. Classic, can you tell us about what's going to happen today on the Classic Coach? Just give a little preview, please.
Yeah, man. For all of the conspiracy theorists, the enlightened, and the indoctrinated, everybody, come on over. We are talking Jim Carrey today, among other things. But Jim Carrey will be on the thumbnail. So we'll be talking that today, among other things, man. Y'all tap in. It's going to be great for the conscious mind. And that'll be around
today.
Huh?
We got an approximation. We got a super chat from Conversations with Soft Rain. Thank you, Conversations with Soft Rain. We appreciate you and everything that you got going on. Thank you for the super chat via Cash App. You are amazing. Throw a message up there if you want to, Soft Rain. About what time do you think that you're gonna be going on? Because I definitely want to see your breakdown of the conspiracy theories and what's going on with Jim Carrey and people and what they believe.
3:30.
About 3:30. Okay,
Central time.
I'll definitely be there to catch it. So you guys can go over to. Well, I mean, you're still here, so we might as well do a little bit of this while you're in here. We got some housekeeping real quick. Classic, why don't you tell us who these people are and why these people are without too much preamble? Let's go ahead and bam.
Yeah, make sure y'all take a screenshot of the screen take a screenshot of the screen so you can follow all of these platforms. We are the Raw Society Coalition. Myself and Tez are 2/5 of the Raw Society Coalition. Go ahead and subscribe to the Raw Society Coalition channel on YouTube. Also subscribe to myself, the Classic Codes, and subscribe to my sports channel, Classic Code Sports. Subscribe to Souls of Thought, Uncle Plug TV, Conversations with Soft Rain, the RSC First Lady, and you are already here with Tez from the TezDown, so just make sure you hit the subscribe button. If they charge you for liking or subscribing, let me know. We will reimburse you your funds.
Most definitely. Thank you, Classic. I'm sure you got a banger of a show coming up later on. I'll be definitely in the chat watching that. I appreciate the perspectives that you gave us today.
Thank you for having me, bro.
We got another segment, y'all. The next segment of today is going to be one of my favorite segments and one of the ones that y'all requested, and that is random story time of the day. Let's get it with the random story time of the day. Let's see what she's talking about.
My name is Sharon, but you can call me Cher. I was literally born to overshare. Mini teaser, but the 30-day challenge might be back by popular demand. Stay tuned while I overshare my personal life and the pyramid reveal and some of the most heinous stories that have happened to me over the last couple of months. Such as the guy from date 1 of my 30-date challenge who discovered my date recap story, told me I should make a video about how to lose a guy from the TikTok dating, and then proceeded to ask me on a second date. And when I turned it down and said we weren't aligned for the long term, he told me, please, Sharon, your hairline is at the back of your head. Is anyone else a fellow oversharer? Because life without oversharing would be so boring. Make a video about how to lose a guy from all the TikTok dating stories. My dating life since breaking up with my
Oh wow. We're gonna have to check out the rest of these stories later, but that's enough for us. Um Again, oversharing is one of the worst things about the internet today. Yeah, I'm a firm believer that there's a lot of things that you should keep private. Matter of fact, most of these things you should keep private. I try to keep my life as private as possible. What up, Ray said? How you doing? Hope today finds you all well and good. Every day that I wake up breathing and open my eyes is a day that everything turned out all right. And that's the facts. You know what I'm saying? You know, I be looking at life and just people are like, "Oh, well, this is going on. You have to do this," and I'm just like,
No.
"What?"
I said no.
Why not?
I don't want to.
Yeah, like I'm not giving up. I don't want to give up. I am not even thinking about it. You know, he said, I know that's right. That's exactly. But today's conversation has been about oversharing and the things that we have. We talked about Cardi B. We talked about a man and his family who told his friends way too much. And I don't think your friends need to know everything about you either. I think that there needs to be some mystery that happens when you meet somebody or know somebody. I don't have to know everything about you to enjoy you. I don't have to know everything about you to like you. I don't have to know everything about you to spend time with you. But what I do need to do is make sure that I keep it real with myself, I keep it real with you, and I keep it real with the others. As long as I'm keeping it real, that does not mean that you get to know everything about me. It's just how it goes. There are some thoughts that I might have that I'm still working out that I don't want to talk about. And that's perfectly fine too. You know, and to be honest, I think that the more you keep to yourself, the more that I get to find out later and over time and learn about you. I don't want to know everything about you on day one. No, that does not mean that I don't enjoy having conversations. It just means I don't need to know all the intricate details of your life on day one of meeting you, or even day 50, or even day 500. Let's just let some things be a mystery. And that's better. Sometimes spontaneous, sometimes mysterious. Sometimes we just don't know. How can we ever be surprised if we know everything about people? And in today's internet, it's imperative, and I'm speaking directly to the ladies especially, it's imperative to keep some things about yourself off the internet so people can't find you, so people can't hurt you, so people can't do things to you without your permission. And it's good to keep some things a mystery. There are some things that I do not need to see. I saw a video, and I'll play it. I'll play the video. I'll find it really quick and play it for you. But I saw a video the other day that I didn't really appreciate, and I'll tell you why I didn't appreciate it. And I didn't care what she was wearing. I didn't care what she was talking about. I didn't care that she had, I didn't say that she didn't have a right to do what she was doing. I didn't say any of this. The only thing that I said about this video was that there was something that I did not need to see while if I have it. Do I even still have it? I might not have it anymore. Yeah, y'all, I might not have that video anymore. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Nope. Video got removed from the internet. Let's see if I can find it in another place. But I'll make the prefacing conversation about it. I just don't think that that there's some things that we need to see. And I'm gonna offer a little bit of a different part of conversation about this if I can find it. If I can find it. If I can find the video, then I will offer a little bit about it. But I don't think I don't know if they took it down or if the person requested that the video get taken down, but if they did, there we go. It did not. Let's go. All right. It says a person commented on this and said, I would hate to get on the internet and see my mom in her undies. And then this person said, your mama don't look like me, baby. Her name is Joy Chavez. I have never seen her before, but I've seen her now. I don't follow this person. I don't follow this person. As you guys can see, the comment section is saying a lot of stuff here. I don't necessarily have to agree with any of the comments. I don't follow them, but I'll play the video one more again. She lift the cheeks up, doing her thing. Not my mom. Oh yeah, y'all didn't even see it, did you? Did y'all see it? Did y'all see the video? Yes or no? If y'all didn't see it, I'll play it again. I'll play it again if y'all didn't see it. It's on there? Yeah, it's on there. All right, there we go. This is the video. As y'all can see, they said I wouldn't get on the internet and see my mom. I would hate to get on there and see my mom in her underwear. And she said, your mama doesn't look like me, baby. Now, I don't care what she looks like. She has the right to do. What's up, Tons of Mice? How you doing? What's up, Joe Jet? What's up, Vic? Tons, we know way too much about your third wife. I keep everything about my third wife to myself. My third wife does things to me without my permission. Hit the like button, fam. Joe Jet said no. Look, I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. If I see you doing stuff like this on the internet, and no matter what it is, I have this reaction. Yeah, it's over at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's over at that point. I don't want to see you anywhere, at all. I'm just
Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
So, I mean, there was a difference between somebody that's just there and then somebody who wants to lift their cheeks to show you. Now, I understand that she was making a point. I understand that what they were talking about, but in my opinion, there's some things that I don't need to see personally. I don't need to see you guys in your underwear. I don't need to know what you look like in your underwear. I don't think the internet needs to know what you look like in your underwear. I think that's something that you can keep to yourself. Does she have the right to do it? Yes. Does she have all the autonomy in the world to do it? Yes. If she wants to do it, can she do it? Yes. I'm not telling her not to. I just don't want to see it. I'm not thirsty. At least not for that. I have a crystal drink here. Yes, Tons. Her underwear became outerwear. Yes, it did. It became internet wear. Yes, it did. Tons of it. So that's just what I'm saying, guys. I don't think that. I think in order to keep yourself safe, you have to keep yourself safe. I'm not going to put on a suit with meat on it and go into the Sahara Desert and walk around in a meat suit and expect not to get attacked by some wild creature that's hungry. There are wild animals out there. There are bad people out there, and laying yourself out with all of your government information for them to find you and get to you is how you tempt them into doing so. And I can't protect everybody because I can't be everywhere at once. I'm not Superman, the Flash. I'm not even Batman. I'm just a man. And what I would say is just don't do stuff like that and you'll be fine. But you have the right to do whatever you want to do. I'm just telling you that I can't protect you sometimes, and I would like to. So the best way to do that is to avoid the crap. But hey, that's just my opinion. If anybody has any, and I'll tell you what, there's something I did need to bring up. If I have friends that need to be held accountable because I saw them do what they did, I'm gonna hold my friends accountable. But 9 times out of 10, they won't be my friend anymore. So I can only hold them accountable as long as they're my friends. I think your immediate circle of people are the people that you want to hold most accountable, especially, or even the outer circle of people. You want to pull them up a little bit. But outside of that, what can you do? Especially people that aren't your constituents and people that you don't even talk to every day. I don't know. But we can spread this along because maybe he got a group of friends that he could talk to, and then he got a group of friends that he could talk to. Maybe we could get a cascading bowling ball down the mountain that gets big to where we all just start protecting people each and every single day. And that's what I hope that we do, is we start protecting people. So guys, help me out with that one. My third wife likes me. I'm sure she does. I wouldn't mind. Don't say anything about us being serious. Okay, tons. Yeah. So these have just been opinions of mine, guys. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, research, education, and parody. Under this act, fair use is permitted use of copyrighted content that might otherwise infringe on the exclusive rights of copyright holders. The TezDown podcast is a platform for entertainment and education. Edutainment, a blend of education and entertainment, emphasizes content that informs while it entertains. The views expressed in this channel's commentary do not necessarily reflect or represent the views of the hosts, and may not always reflect complete or verified accuracy of information presented. All content, including commentary, analysis, and discussion, falls within the legal parameters of fair use. We make no claims to ownership of any third-party content. This is the TezDown. Sports unscripted, culture unfiltered. Thank you for understanding.
2 hours later.
All right, thank you guys for sitting through that. This week, we have a lot of stuff coming up. We got some politics. I got to talk about some politics. I don't know where I'm going to start at because there seems to be so much crazy stuff happening each and every single day. But we have some politics that I got to do tomorrow. I'm not going to do them today. And Black History Month is over. But if y'all are with me on this, Black History Month is every day of the year. 365 days, 12 months a year. It's always Black History Month around here for me. You know what I'm saying, y'all?
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you at all. It's every single day for me. That's just how it works. I appreciate y'all for coming out today. Make sure you guys check out some stuff that's going to be going on my channel. DDOG podcast is about to start back up again. We're going to be doing our sports and wrestling for you guys that are sports and wrestling fans. Get in there soon. The Major League Baseball season is starting, and I'm probably going to cover that a little bit. What's up? What's up, Classic? How you doing? And then we got more stuff going on, y'all. We got the Raw Society Coalition doing the Raw Society Coalition thing. We got 3 shows coming up, 2 to 3 shows coming up very soon. If I'm in your area or they're in your area, which is Georgia, Texas, and New Jersey, with the next 3 up in line, tentatively. Good to say, you guys start getting your tickets and start talking to us about early pre-sales and everything like that, and dates. And we're going to be doing that. I say, I want to talk wrestling. Yeah, you need to come over to the DDOG podcast and I do it then, man. You feel me? You feel me? All right. So that's what we're going to be doing. I appreciate y'all. It's a good Monday. It's a happy Monday. I hope that everybody stays safe as possible. And make sure you also stay dangerous too. Don't forget that. I'm Tez. This is the TezDown. I'm 24. I will see y'all in another 24.
I'm the Tez. I'm the Tez.
Welcome to the TezDown. Welcome.
I'm the Tez.
Mic check 1 2. Welcome. Welcome to the TezDown. Party time.